Time to sleep. Rest my head safe on your wings. I see beings, outstretched arms and sweet radiant light. They're waves of a love unimagined. I'm so grateful for your hands and kind, gentle might that have guided me. Now, I'm free.
So beautiful. And I promise I'll feature Fela again on my next episode. Unfortunately, it's time to wrap up the show. Time flies. I know. But the only thing I can say now is don't miss my next episode. And what else? Please don't forget, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and my handles are so easy to remember. It's just Yola Nash or Yola Nash Show. So until next time, stay well, be happy. I'm Yola Nash.
The Yola Nash Show. The following program does not necessarily reflect the views of WABC Radio. It's Saturday evening. Time for Talking Sports. Here's your host, Jonathan Friedman.
It is Saturday evening, and we are talking sports right here on 77 WABC. I'm John Friedman. Bruce Clayton is on the other side of the glass. Bruce, how are you? Chuck is our call screener. Charles, what's happening?
What's going on, Johnny?
Oh, all is good. Lots to talk about in the next 2 hours. You bring it, we'll talk about it. Give us a call on the Gotta Go to Moe's call-in line at 800-848-WABC. That's 800-848-WABCmodels.com. Also, we're streaming the show. Go to WABCradio.com. Click on that red Listen Live button, and you'll get us on your mobile device, laptop, etc., and enjoy the show on the World Wide Web. Also, you can watch the show. We're streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. Type in Talking Sports with Jonathan Friedman. It's public, it's live, it's right there. Lots to cover in the next 2 hours, including the NHL Finals will begin Monday in Beantown between Boston and St. Louis. We'll discuss. Later in the show, we'll speak to one of the hottest comics out there. Vic DiBattista will join the show. Will the Toronto Raptors represent the East for the first time in franchise history? We'll soon find out. Later, we'll discuss the Yankees and the Mets. Chuck will keep us updated on scores and finals around Major League Baseball, your calls, and a lot more. And speaking of calls, give us a call on the Gotta Go to Moe's call-in line at 800-848-WABC. That's 800-848-9222, models.com. Tonight's show is brought to you by our friends over at Fitness 1440 in Livingston, New Jersey. I believe the owner, Rob, will call us in a little while. So tonight I want to start off the show and reflect on the sacrifices that our veterans and our soldiers have made for us that provides and provides for us the freedom that we all enjoy. And I'm going to tie that into sports because it's such an appropriate, especially with what's going on tonight. You're sitting at home tonight and you're watching, for example, the Toronto Raptors and the Milwaukee Bucks. Or you're sitting home and you're watching college baseball. Or you're sitting home and you're watching college softball. Monday, you'll be watching the Bruins and St. Louis in hockey. And you're going to these venues, right? So it's our soldiers and our veterans that have protected us. They've stood on that wall and they have protected us and gives us the freedom to enjoy sports the way you and I get to. Matter of fact, they've protected us and provided us the freedom that enables us to do this, where you can listen to me tonight on your radio or online, wherever, or you can watch me on YouTube or on Facebook. You've got the freedom to do that, and they've provided us that freedom. And I just think it's a time where, it's not just Monday. It's just not Memorial Day. We need to sit back and think about it. And, I was thinking tonight, 9/11 obviously had a big impact on us showing the respect that we do for the soldiers and for the EMS and all these type of things. And, how good do you feel now when you're on an airplane and you're walking through the airport or you're seeing soldiers on the street or whatever, and you always stop now and you say, hey, thank you. Memorial Day is a day where you sit back and you think about that. And we all go to parades and we all go to the beach and we all do these things on that day. But that's a day where we need to really reflect on what they have provided us. And I'm telling you, from my perspective, I take advantage of or don't, appreciate the way I should on a daily basis, and we all should. So just a reminder, when you're at a stadium from now on, or you're watching it on television, it's these guys, as Jack Nicholson said, you stand the post or they stand the post to protect us, and they do. And it's just something that not just Monday that's coming up, but throughout every day when we wake up in the morning or when we go to bed, just to take the time to think about that. And because it's just something for us to remind ourselves of, because I take it for granted on a daily basis, and we really shouldn't do it. And besides Monday, just remember, when you're at a ball game or you're watching a ball game, remember who allows us to do those type of things. So it's to all the veterans out there, and for the ones that have served our country then, and for the ones who have served our country now, I totally appreciate, what you have done for us. We got a doozy going on in Toronto, don't we, Chuck? I mean, we got a real good one here.
It's wild.
Where are we at here? Are we tied?
No, the Raptors are currently up by 5.
Wow, look at that. And they were down. They were most of the game, right? Most of the game.
They were down by, I think the largest lead was about 17.
And Leonard is playing on, I don't know. He's got nothing left, and he keeps giving it to us.
He is unbelievable. Definitely a top 5 player in the game.
It's crazy. So we'll keep you updated on that. Johnny's got one eye on the mic here and what I'm reading, and I also got one eye here on the television. I'm rooting for the Raptors. The first time they just scored again of Serge Ibaka. I'm rooting for them. It's been 20, 25 years, that franchise, or however old they are. And in the NBA and in a lot of sports, when you make the playoffs, they're stepping stones. They've gotten to the playoffs. They've been building this franchise, and they've had disappointments along the way. And part of the disappointments is the process. You lose in professional sports before you win, certainly at the playoff level. And it could be their time. Could they win a Game 7 in Milwaukee? Yeah, they could. But they want to get it done right here, right now in Toronto. And so we'll see if that happens. We'll keep you updated on that. We've got, what do you think, Marty, coming up after the break? We also got at the top of the hour, at about a little bit after 11 o'clock after the news. Oh, wow, that was some play wow, crazy. They're really rocking now, and they're rocking in Jurassic Park outside of the stadium in Toronto. Crazy. Good for those fans there. So Kawhi Leonard's off the charts. Is he not off the charts?
John, I even told you before he got hurt, he had to be at least a top 3 player in the game. He's so incredible. The things that he does on both sides of the ball, I don't think that there's a better two-way player in the league than him.
Crazy. And he's really carrying them on his back, right? He's carrying them on their back. I love it. So and at the top, after the news on the top of the hour, we've got Vic DiBitetto, who I joined this week. You're going to love this interview. Not only is he a great comedian with 45 million followers out there, but he's a big sports fan, and we'll talk about that. So we got Marty S., I believe, after the break coming up. We'll take your calls. We got Yankees. We've got Mets. We've got a lot of things. We'll talk Jets football tonight. We'll talk Giants football. We'll take a look at Major League Baseball throughout the league. Johnny's Atlanta Braves, I believe, are still playing well. I think they may have lost tonight. Chuck will keep us updated on all the scores. And, there's other sports going on that that's maybe not on the top of your list, but you've got the college baseball tournament going to go. They're going to start playing in Omaha soon. They're having conference tournaments right now in college baseball. You've got college women's softball going on. Teams trying to get to Oklahoma in that tournament. And you also have in Philadelphia this weekend, you've got the college lacrosse going on. So we got a lot going on tonight. So I'll tell you what, Bruce, let's take a quick break. And when we get back, we got a lot. We got Marty S., although I don't see him on the screen. I hope he didn't fall asleep on us. We got Vic DiBitetto coming up at the top of the hour. We got baseball. We got football. We got a little bit of everything. You're listening to Talking Sports on a Saturday evening with me, John Friedman. Give me a call on the Gotta Go to Mo's call-in line at 800-848-9222. We'll be right back.
Marty is sponsored by Brown & Brown Metro. They do insurance, from homeowners, automotive, workers' compensation, business insurance, group health, casualty, and life insurance. Visit Brown & Brown Metro on the web at bbmetro.com or give them a call at 973-549-1900. Visit Brown & Brown
No, Marty.
Metro on the web at bbmetro.com or give them a call at 973-549-1900. Brown & Brown Metro is a proud sponsor of What Do You Think, Marty?
Many doctors in the U.S. and Canada have chosen the Back Institute for their own care. Experts in non-traumatic spine surgery. No cutting, no bleeding, no drilling, no scarring. With offices in New York City, Philadelphia, and Beverly Hills. BackInstitute.com offers information about new non-traumatic techniques. Visit Back Institute online at BackInstitute.com or give them a call at 800-956-6724. That's 800-956-6724. Back Institute. Award-winning spine surgeons and physicians.
This week's luxury Jersey City apartment from the KRE Group is a gorgeous one-bedroom, one-bath apartment home facing north, overlooking Jersey City with a beautiful view of the Manhattan skyline at Journal Square. This 652-square-foot home, an open-concept layout with modern design, stainless steel kitchens, quartz countertops, luxuriously appointed bathrooms, full-size washer and dryer and unit, central heating, cooling, and much more. Their leasing office is open 7 days a week, and you can reach them at info@journalsquared.com or give them a call at 201-659-7100. Check out kreinjc.com for more details.
Advertisers trying to reach potential customers in today's fast-paced, technology-driven world are having a difficult, if not impossible, time figuring out how to do so. There are so many options, from the traditional media to the practically limitless digital and social platforms that are available, making it harder than ever for businesses to get their message in front of the right audience. There is a solution, however, and it's called SCG Advertising and Public Relations. SCG is a full-service advertising and public relations agency that can help you navigate through today's chaotic media landscape and reach your potential customer. We help our clients strengthen their relationships, reputations, and brands by integrating your message across the entire media spectrum. The folks at SCG understand the options available to advertisers and will work with you to determine the best creative and media plan for your business. So learn more about us by visiting scgadv.com. That's scgadv.com. We'll help you reach your customers, all of them.
Vern, I don't know if you know this, but I'm working on my golf game. Yeah, that's right. I hear we're doing the Bernie and Sid golf outing. Oh, I like that. It's Wednesday, July 31st at the beautiful Crystal Springs Resort in gorgeous Hamburg, New Jersey. So join us for a great day of golf with breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and Sid bragging about his short game. What? It's spectacular. Yeah, I know. To make your reservation, call 212-613-3848 and get tickets before it sells out. Find out more information at WABCRadio.com.
All right, we're back. We're talking sports on a Saturday evening with me, John Friedman. Give me a call on the Gotta Go to Moe's call-in line at 800-848-WABC. That's 800-848-9222. Models.com. All right, looks like we're going to talk to Marty S., which is brought to you by B&B Metro Insurance. For all of your insurance needs, go to B&B Metro.com. Marty S., welcome to Talking Sports on a Saturday evening.
Good luck, Jonathan.
Good luck to you. What's happening?
How are you?
I'm doing great. We got a lot to do tonight on the show. I got the Toronto Raptor Milwaukee game. Is this Kawhi Leonard unbelievable or what?
He's unbelievable, right? The most underrated superstar we've ever seen, right?
Crazy. He's quiet. You don't hear much from him, but man, and you know his legs are got to be like, man, I can't give you much, but he's grinding it out.
And no emotion.
That's called a winner right there. Yeah. What's happening?
Okay. I got two subjects tonight.
Yeah.
You got some time for two?
We got all the time you need, bro.
Okay, here we go. One, analytics.
Mm-hmm.
I am sick of analytics. It's ruined sports. Everything that you talk about in sports today has to do with analytics. Essentially, we have every nerd in America running sports. They tell you the spin of the baseball. They tell you the uppercut. Could you imagine if someone went up to Mickey Mantle and said, "We want to talk to you about analytics"?
Unbelievable. By the way, you could go up to
Michael Jordan,
or even like a current guy, like a Bobby Cox or something. You know, they'd look at you like you're not like a Bobby Cox or any of these.
Doesn't it just bother you to listen to these stupid nerds that graduated MIT and Harvard and Stanford, and they think they're. Why don't they learn how to play ball instead of going to analytics school?
And here's the thing, by the way, you know what it's it's eliminating. It's eliminating a manager or a coach.
Yeah, they send the lineups down from the whether they can hit this guy or I have friends of mine who play fantasy sports.
Yeah.
And they talk to me about the fly ball rate and the ground ball rate. Could you imagine sitting with
just play?
Could you imagine sitting with your dad and saying, let's analyze this.
By the way, you look for right.
Good boy, right? Hank Aaron, good guy. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you think he had analytics?
Of course not. And you look at the great 70s Yankees teams or those, the Mickey Mantle teams, as you said, or the great Cincinnati teams in baseball, or the great Boston Celtics. You think Red Auerbach was talking analytics?
I think he would have thrown those nerds right out.
That's crazy. Absolutely. It's nuts. And the other part about that shows you from a defensive standpoint is that damn shift.
No, I hate that shit.
Oh, my God. I saw last night, which was great. I was watching with my son, or the night before, I was watching. Brian McCann was up for the Braves, and they had everybody to the right. I mean, the third baseman was literally, he may have been on the right side of second base. What does Brian McCann do? He bunts it down the third baseline. Easy signal. Easy single. Easy.
Yeah, but everything's run by these guys today, don't you think?
It makes it boring. It really does.
Boring. So that, like, the smart guys, like in school, instead of like inventing the cure to cancer, invent the cure to how to stop a guy from hitting a fly ball.
It's ridiculous.
Okay, so here's my second.
Yeah.
Now I have an opinion about this. Okay, a very strong opinion.
Yeah.
I think we should do something about it. We should start a movement.
I'm ready.
I believe that if you grow up in a city, you should root for the team of the city you were born into.
I agree. You're looking at him, right? Are you looking at him?
You're an Atlanta guy, but how many Dallas Cowboys fans do we know that grew up in New York?
I don't even know how that happens.
They're Cowboy fans. They go for winners. I know a guy my age who grew up in the 60s and 70s. He roots for the Boston Celtics, the Baltimore Orioles, the Baltimore Colts. They were all winners when we were young.
Right.
And he comes from New York because the Yankees were off for a few years. The Giants were off.
Front runners.
So I think that they shouldn't be allowed at the game.
How many years have you known me? 30 years?
Yeah, 30 years.
So, and I've had a lot of losing throughout that, right?
Right, but you don't give up on your
team. Never. Never.
But I believe if you walk into a stadium with a Cowboys outfit on, the Cowboys stupid helmet on, I want to see their driver ID. I want to see that.
You want to see their birth certificate?
The birth certificate. If you're from New York or New Jersey or even Connecticut, you don't get into the game. You go home. Go to Dallas.
It's absolutely crazy. I just don't know, why, unless their parents are, it's interesting, though. Now, my oldest son could be guilty of that because my oldest, who grew up in a house that he didn't have a choice, everything Atlanta was on. Right, so he's from here, though. He's born here, and he's a big Braves and Falcons and Hawk fans.
If the dad or mom is from out of state, but if your mom or dad are from New York, and then you decide you're going to become like a Celtics fan or a Cowboys fan, you don't get in. You don't get in.
No good. You've got to show your birth certificate, and if you're wearing the hat that doesn't match the birth certificate, you're getting sent home. You're being sent home. And by the way, and I know Chuck behind the glass here, his dad's a Dallas Cowboy fan, but you talk about front-running fans, the Dallas Cowboy fans are unbelievably front-running fans.
They are the front-running fans. And also they root for Nazis. You don't think Jerry Jones is a Nazi?
Well, does he not like Jews?
I don't know. What do you think about that?
I don't know. He's kind of scary. Anytime I'm in Texas, I get kind of scared anyway. I get the boots and the hat and everything. I get intimidated. Yeah, I get intimidated.
Okay, now I got your last question for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
This is not a, please don't take this the wrong way.
Oh, boy, here we go.
Somebody asked me to ask you this question.
Yeah.
Okay? Name the last white superstar in the NBA after John Stockton.
Well,
we're not going to, and by the way, it can't be a European.
I'm going to give you the answer, but I think I don't know.
Don't take Kevin Love out of the equation. He's not a superstar.
Well, can I ask you this? Because I can't understand the time. Does Stockton retire after Bird?
Stockton retired after Bird.
Okay, so and it's after Stockton, you said, right?
Yeah, name one white superstar.
God, I'm trying to think. After Stockton.
You can have your fans.
Yeah, your callers and the audience out there. Yeah.
Not one.
Oh, not one.
So.
Well, I don't care. I don't consider Kevin Love a big. Yeah, I mean, come on.
No, he's not a superstar, right?
What about Billy Pultz had already retired? Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. There is nobody. I really can't think of it. I mean, that's crazy.
You can't think of one. Not one. Don't you find that unbelievable? So does that mean that all the great white athletes go into baseball?
And you were only talking basketball, right?
I'm only talking basketball, but I just thought it was so interesting that
I mean, I can't even think of a European player either.
Well, they'll give you. I don't know. There's some great Doncic.
Oh, right. Well, but that's a little early. It's only been 1 year.
Even Porzingis,
Porzingis not on the list.
No, he's not a superstar. But isn't it? Don't you find that sort of? I mean, I don't know. Well, listen, you have a whole night of your show of doing this, right? So you got like everybody can answer that question.
That's a good one. I'm gonna. Well, yeah.
That's a good one, right?
That's a real good one to try to think about that. Yeah, and in other sports, you could think of it easily, right?
Easily.
Right.
You can't think of what. And that's Stockton must be gone out of the league at least about.
Oh, I have somebody. Steve Nash.
No, Canadian.
Oh. Oh, I didn't know we were talking about from a country or whatever. But that's a good guess, though. Steve Nash is a good guess.
Well, let me ask you something. Is Canada America?
What's that?
Is Canada now America?
No, but it's North America.
Well, no, I didn't actually North America. The USA.
Okay. I didn't even hear you say the US of A, but that was still a darn good guess, though.
It was close. For an Atlanta guy, it was very close. But, so anyway, so I would think those subjects of analytics and rooting for being a front runner and of course my question, you can spend the whole night. I'm kind of curious what your listeners are going to say.
Well, also, and then it becomes subjective. What's a superstar and not a superstar?
Well, maybe we could just do how they do this. They just did the NBA. They named the three teams, like the all first, all second, all third team.
Yeah.
You know about that Klay Thompson controversy, right?
Fill me in.
Okay, so the Klay Thompson. So what happened was that it's kind of interesting. YouTube it. They interviewed him. They said to Klay Thompson, "You didn't make one of the top, three all NBA teams." It's also controversial. So to write 100 writers vote for the top three, all first team, all second team, all third team, by position.
Right.
Okay? So on the first team, the guards were, who are the two best guards in the league? Curry and
Trae Young.
Or Harden.
Right.
Not Trae Young. Okay, so anyway, Klay Thompson did not get on the first 3 teams.
That's interesting.
Kemba Walker did.
That's ridiculous, by the way.
But it's make one of the first 3 teams, right?
Yeah.
You then are eligible for what they call supermax contracts. Okay? So
Right.
that meant that Kemba Walker now gets supermax. So could you imagine they could pay Kemba Walker $200?
Yeah, come on. And the guy's got 3 rings on his finger. He's had quarters where he scores 50 a quarter or whatever.
Right. He just was $30 million.
That's ridiculous. First of all, it's a dumb system anyway.
Yeah,
I mean, that's not like a free enterprise situation.
No, but think about that, though. How Klay Thompson must feel like. And that's what he said. He goes, I've been on 3 championship teams.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
And he's one of the top players on those 3 teams. Probably Toronto's going to win beat Milwaukee just now.
Aren't you happy for Toronto? You know, you build the building blocks to start to win. That means my team better pick it up because it's ridiculous. It's been 50 years and we got nowhere.
You're going nowhere. I'm going to call you in 50 years. My grandsons are going to call you. One of my granddaughters, because you're like a granddaughter to me. But one of my granddaughters is going to call in and tell you, when is Atlanta going to win?
Yeah, gosh. They you know what? I always tell people, when the Falcons win the Super Bowl and the Hawks win the NBA championship, then I can go peacefully. Right? Then I can go peacefully.
You go peacefully. Your wife's a nightmare. Your wife let you out tonight?
Yeah, she did let me out tonight. Hey, quick question. Are you guys at the shore on Monday? I'm going to the beach on Monday.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I told her we're going to Marty's house.
You going to stop by?
Yeah, you going to be home?
Yeah, you hot dogs down here?
Yeah.
Sure?
I'm trying to get her to go, yeah.
Yeah, see some tattoos down here?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so, listen, I hope Shabbat Shalom to you, and I hope you have a very nice week. I hope to see you on Monday, and your show's doing great, and I'm proud of you.
Thank you, and thank you to you, and thank you to B&B Metro.
What's that?
I said thank you to you and to B&B Metro.
Okay, thanks so much, and enjoy the rest of the night.
We'll see you, buddy. Thanks a lot. That was Marty S. brought to you by B&B Metro Insurance. For all your insurance needs, go to bnbmetro.com. Hit it there. All right, when we get back, we got a doozy for you. We got Vic DiMatteo coming to you. We got a lot more to do. We got your calls. We got Major League Baseball, football, basketball, the NHL. You're listening to Talking Sports on a Saturday evening. Izzy's here. Give us a call on the Gotta Go to Mo's call-in line at 800-848-WABC. We'll be right back.
Advertisers trying to reach potential customers in today's fast-paced, technology-driven world are having a difficult, if not impossible, time figuring out how to do so.
The Toronto Raptors!
From the traditional media to the practically limitless digital and social platforms that are available, making it harder than ever for businesses to get their message in front of the right audience. There is a solution, however, and it's called SCG Advertising and Public Relations. SCG is a full-service advertising and public relations agency that can help you navigate through today's chaotic media landscape and reach your potential customer. We help our clients strengthen their relationships, reputations, and brands by integrating your message across the entire media spectrum. The folks at SCG understand the options available to advertisers and will work with you to determine the best creative and media plan for your business. So learn more about us by visiting scgadv.com. That's scgadv.com. We'll help you reach your customers, all of them.
When sports talk starts to sound the same. Blah, blah, blah. When sports opinions are a dime a dozen. When your sports Sundays are lacking. Get some Sid Sports Sunday into your life.
Spectacular!
Great guests, winning picks, and the biggest headlines. The action never stops. Trust it. Trust Sid. Sid Sports Sunday, 9 to 11 a.m. every week. 77 WABC and WABCRadio.com. Grab us on social media. Twitter at 77 WABC Radio. Facebook, like 77 WABC. WABCRadio.com. Log on. Get more. WABCRadio.com. From the NJDiet.com studios, 77 WABC, New York. A Cumulus
In Midwest, bad weather. Trump in Tokyo. I'm Evan Haining. A storm system is drifting toward Oklahoma.
How about those Toronto Raptors?
Omar Jimenez reports recent storms have put houses.
Well, about 9 timeouts in the next 29 seconds.
On the edge, just inches away from completely falling into the Cimarron River there, and that was just because the flooding eroded the soil under those homes just so dramatically that literally before our eyes it was collapsing.
Areas near the southwest Iowa-Nebraska border are already soaked. There is rain near the region tonight, but not as heavy as the storm south of Davenport. President Trump is downplaying North Korea's recent missile tests, tweeting from Tokyo that they're not a concern for him, even though they are for Japan. Correspondent Pamela Brown reports the president said,
"Hey, John, I wanted to ask you a quick question."
Yes, sir.
Did you want to have the open go into this?
No opening, because I did the music on the Vic Debatita. So you go right, I put a bumper on it.
Okay, no problem.
And then when it ends with a bumper. So we'll go right after it ends at 17 minutes.
Okay, sounds good.
What Bolton said here in Tokyo was further than anyone in the administration had said in terms of the North Korea missile testing.
Democratic presidential contender Mayor Pete Buttigieg accused President Trump of eroding the integrity of the military for pardoning or considering pardons for service members convicted under the Uniform Code of Military Justice. On ABC's This Week, Buttigieg said,
"When you serve, you are agreeing to serve the Constitution and to uphold the law." And frankly, his idea that being sent to fight makes you automatically into some kind of war criminal is a slander against veterans that could only come from somebody who never served.
At the Cannes Film Festival, South Korean director Bong Joon-ho's raucous social satire Parasite has won the top award, the Palme d'Or. I'm Evan Haining.
I'm Nick Soboleski, a Select Quote agent with a true story that could save you hundreds of dollars a year. A woman named Linda just called. Her husband, Ray, has a $300,000 group life insurance policy, but is changing jobs and can't take it with him. Well, I shopped the many highly rated term life insurance companies we represent and found Ray, who is 41 and takes medication to control his cholesterol, a 10-year, $500,000 policy for under $27 a month. That's almost twice the coverage for less than half of what he had paid. If SelectQuote hasn't shopped for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For your free quote, call 800-423-4557. That's 800-423-4557. 800-423-4557. Or go to SelectQuote.com. Since 1985.
If you want to hear this, I'm hoping you can hear things audio-wise here. I'll turn it up here.
Not available in all states.
Here you go. You hear this interview. Wonderful interview with Vic DiVitano.
All right, we're back. We're talking sports on a Saturday evening. I'm John Friedman, and joining us on the Gotta Go to Moe's call-in line is one of the biggest and certainly one of the funniest comedians out there. Let's welcome to Talking Sports on a Saturday evening, Vic DiVitano. Vic, welcome to Talking Sports on a Saturday evening.
Great to be here. Thanks for having me, Jonathan.
Oh, it's great. So, Vic, I got to ask you, and this is, I'm going to go over a whole bunch of stuff with you, but what I got to ask you is, you know, your big motto is don't ever give up, right? You like to say that.
Never give up, never surrender.
Right. So tell our audience where you were, where you came from, and your own history to what have, you know, how you've gotten here today.
Okay, I'm a son of a Brooklyn garbage man. I started doing comedy in 1983 in a little club called Pips in Sheepshead Bay, Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
I drove a garbage truck, a dump truck, a school bus. I've done it all to supplement to pay bills, to support a family. I always put my family first.
Mm-hmm.
I kept at it, kept going to the clubs. I started with amateur nights, and I started to being featured. I started headlining. Then the social media came along. I made a silly video that was 26 seconds called Bread and Milk, which went viral, and it's up to, I don't even know how many.
44 million.
No, it's more than that, because every winter it's shown on every news. It was on the Weather Channel. I can't even calculate. That's the one that actually started, but before that, I did more videos. But then it just, I gained a cult almost, a cult following.
You have.
I'm selling out clubs. You know, I'm doing this 35 years, and the fruits of my labor is finally paying off. I mean, I'm 58. You know, my inspiration was Rodney Dangerfield. He didn't make it till his mid-50s. And I'm still at it. I'm still fighting the fight. I'm tired of waiting for the break, for the TV producer, the movie producer. So that's why the social media, I'm doing it all on my own. I'm my own writer, producer, director, and I'm having a ball. I got a beautiful family. I just put an extension on my house. I drive a Lexus. Who the hell am I to complain?
Yeah, that's a great point. So, you know, a big part of your social media shtick is you're ticked off Vic. You know, when I'm ticked off today, it's your moment of whatever you're ticked off about, and you let us know about it. And I recently saw one, actually I saw it this morning, about depression, and that that people really don't understand, you know, about depression. And the word that comes to my mind about you, I'm going to teach you a Hebrew word. It's called rachmanis. You have compassion for people. Talk to me about that.
I'm used to the word mensch.
That's a good one too, but rachmanis is the one mensch. Here.
You know what it is?
Let me hear you say rachmanis.
Rachmanis.
There you go.
You know what it is? I reach a lot of people, and one day I decided, since I'm reaching a lot of people, not only, you know, as my comedy, I'm trying to help. You know, if I could save one person, look, when you look at somebody, you never know what's going on in their heads. If we can just be a little nice to one another. I mean, we're living in crazy times.
Mm-hmm.
I don't talk politics. I don't even dare talk politics. I don't have the answers. I'm just here to make people laugh. And like Billy Joel once said, just to get away from life for a while.
You know, when I would get home from work, and I'm in advertising, I have a very stressful job. And I don't know if you know, I'm the creator of Gotta Go to Moe's. So
really?
Yeah. So anyway, and I'm not tooting my
Gotta go to Moe's.
There you
I
go.
love models.
There you go. By the way, it's 26 years old this November. How
Wow,
about that?
Congrats.
So I would come home and watch your show on social media. You used to do it at 7 o'clock at night or whatever. And I got to tell you, you brought tears to my eyes when these people would call, and you know, you'd be there for them.
30 Seconds with Vic.
Yeah.
I was talking to wounded warriors. I was talking. People tell me every day, private message me. I got a soldier in Afghanistan that says my videos get him to his deployment. I mean, you can't compare that to any standing ovation or sold out show.
No, you can't.
You know, if everything's, you know, I got people, how come you're not in the movies? How come you're not on a sitcom? If everything stays the way it is right now, I'm happy, man.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else is extra.
And you're humble.
Yeah,
you're
you
humble.
know, maybe there's a reason why it took so long in my career to finally, you know, get a break. Who
Well,
knows?
you
I
know,
don't know.
that guy upstairs has something to do with that. So whatever's meant to be is meant to be. Let me ask you, so you do a show in, let's say, Pennsylvania, or you do a show in Newark. Is the prep different than what you would do in Pennsylvania than what you would do in Newark because of the audience? And how much stress comes with that prepping for a show?
No, not really. I'm very relatable. I mean, look, it helps to be Italian, to see my show. But, you know, look, Jews and Italians are very similar in a lot of ways.
They are.
I'm very relatable. I talk about being married, having kids. It's all self-depreciating. I never pick anybody in the crowd. I don't talk politics. Look, I'm not clever like Seinfeld, but I'm...
By the way, you're pretty clever. You're pretty clever.
Thank you, man. But people relate to me, you know, and I do a meet and greet after every show. And comics, they get in their cars, they go home. I don't do that. Without my fans, I have nobody. And it comes back to you. Just when you can see it in their eyes when they come up to you and they're against you with the picture, you feel their heart beating. It's just nothing like it.
I know you do that, and I know that after, when you get in the car, you find yourself a Wawa and have yourself a roll and a coffee.
Well, that's a regional thing. That's Jersey, Pennsylvania. They even have it in Florida.
Well, we can talk about that because I own these 2 hours here. We can talk about it all you want. So let me ask you something. This is so endearing to me, and I love it. Your mother-in-law, and she's a big part of your social media thing. She's just not a mother-in-law to you. Talk about her.
My mom died a few years ago. She filled a big void. You ever see Scorsese when he used to put his mother in the movies?
God. Oh my God.
She was a natural. My mother-in-law, she doesn't realize how funny she is.
She's very funny. She's witty. She's witty.
Oh my God. And she thinks people are laughing at her because of her accent. I'm like, no, you remind them of their grandmothers. When I'm on stage and I do a bit, they yell out her name, Victoria.
Hello,
when I talk
Mark.
about my cat, they yell out Eddie. It's just insane.
She's
I
so vibrant.
I created Frankenstein monsters. They yelling out punchlines from my videos.
She's so vibrant. And inspirational.
Yes, and she's quick. She's funny, and she's the best.
And she loves you. And she loves you.
Yes, and you can see, that love we have for each other. I break her chops, but she comes right back at me.
Right back at you. That's great. So let me ask you something. We got a serious question. Is Lucy the biggest customer of Home Goods?
Yes. And now they have Home Sense, which is Home Goods on steroids, another spin-off of Home Goods. My house looks like Home Goods. It exploded with the Pottery Barn. It's just amazing.
That's great. That's great. And are your kids still in Ireland?
No, they're in Scotland.
I mean Scotland. Sorry, I meant Scotland.
That's all right. Same thing, different accent. No, yeah, they went on vacation a couple of years ago. They fell in love with Scotland. I talk about that in my act, how things, when we were kids, everybody stayed in the same house, the same block, the same neighborhood. It's different today. These kids, they pick up and they go.
I have to tell you, I love all your acts. I mean, you've had me in stitches. And I always, when I'm in a bad mood, right? If I'm in a bad mood or I'm a little feeling down, I'll throw you on. I'll go on YouTube and it'll bring me joy. You know which one I love? And it's not the longest of your skits. I love the New Jersey State Trooper one with the Nazi walk.
Oh, yeah.
I love that one.
It's true. And I'm all for law enforcement.
I know you are.
Law enforcement, firemen, EMS, first response. I'm the voice of the working class zeros in this country.
You really are.
I say what they're thinking. I'm like I said, politics. I don't talk politics, religion. Even sports now is getting crazy. When I do the Yankees and the Giants, people get insane. But
well, that's a good segue. I'm going to ask you. So let me ask you something. Are you a fan like Johnny here that gets upset when the Atlanta Falcons lose and nobody talks to me on Monday? I know you're a Giants and Yankees fan.
Yeah.
Are you like that?
Yeah, if I'm in a car and the game is on and they're losing, I shut it off. And my wife said, she just looks at me and says, "You're insane. What's wrong with you? They can't win every game." I'm a big Yankee fan.
Does it ruin your Monday on an NFL Monday?
Yes,
okay.
Absolutely.
Then you're a fan. All right. So let's do this. Let's play a little quick rapid fire. Can we do that? I'll throw some questions at you. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Your favorite sport?
Oh, baseball.
Baseball. Your all-time favorite New York football giant?
Oh, Lawrence Taylor.
Lawrence Taylor. I knew you were going to say that. Your all-time favorite New York Yankee?
Thurman Munson.
I knew you were going to say that.
I cried when he died. I cried when he died.
When I was taking the path to get here today, I was thinking of these questions, and I started thinking about him. I can remember, I'm 53, and I was born and raised in Atlanta. I can remember exactly where I was watching the TV, and he was my idol. And I wasn't like this huge Yankee fan, but everybody loved Thurman Munson.
Yeah, they don't make them like that anymore.
Your favorite place to perform, venue?
Wow. Oh, boy.
I'm putting you on the spot.
That's a tough one, but I would go with the NYCB Theater at Westbury, Long Island.
Okay. Now here I'm going to give you a little trivia, right? You ready? You better roll your sleeves up on this one. I will give you 2 hints if you need them, and you'll tell me if you need them, all right? Okay. I have a feeling you know this stuff. Who was the first DH ever in the major leagues?
Ron Bloomberg.
Oh, darn it! I didn't think you were going to get that. The hints were.
I knew that.
I was going to give you. Yankees, and I was going to give you. You know where he's from? Atlanta, Georgia.
Really?
Born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia. He's an iconic Jewish guy in Atlanta.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. So next time the Falcons and Giants get together, we'll have to get together there after we do some butt kicking of the Giants.
Absolutely.
So, Vic, let's talk about some upcoming shows that you have, right? You've got at Foxwoods, you've got the Fox Theater July 13th. You've got Westbury Music Fair July 27th. The Borgata, the Music Box in September 21st. How do they get tickets? Give me that information.
Very easy. VicDiBitetto.net or go to the venue. That was a TikTok Vic I did a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I try to make it as easy as possible for my fans, but I don't understand people. They go, how do I get tickets for the Borgata? You know, and I got frustrated one time. I said, call Harrods.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on. Are you serious? You know, if I like Springsteen, first of all, I don't PM Springsteen. I go to his website.
Right. Listen.
People, if it's not in front of their faces, it's just amazing how lazy people could be.
It is unbelievable. But you know what? And I talk about, I said this to you earlier. You have a sensitivity for people that are maybe on the down and out or aren't as privileged as you and I are. And that is so heartwarming. And you know what? It's an influence on me. It's a huge influence on me to, you know, maybe not to be so short-fused, listen to people and have an appreciation to what you do have.
Well, don't kid yourself. I have my haters too, but they say without haters, that means you're not successful.
Right. I got plenty of haters in business. Forget it.
It's just amazing. The social media, you know, it's a double-edged sword. It made my career, but you know, you can see some of these comments. I'm like, dude, I mean, you don't like me. Don't watch, you know?
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. When somebody calls my radio show and they don't like it, I'm saying, hey, you must like something because the ratings are showing it.
Exactly. You know, Sebastian Maniscalco has a great bit. He says, if he doesn't like a restaurant, instead of writing a bad review, he doesn't go there anymore.
That's so funny. I love him too. He's good too.
Yeah, he's great.
You know, and another compliment I want to give you, and this is not easy because I try to do it on my own. You know, it's a business for you, right? Your comedy, that's your business.
Yes,
what you have done on your own, and I mean on your own, with social media is crazy.
Thank you. And nobody is helping me and my manager. We're doing it all. When you see those videos, I don't have a camera guy. That's me holding the camera.
I know it is, but it's the way you get it out. It's the viral, which is, I got to come over and get a lesson from you because how you do that is just amazing. And I have my brother Brian in Atlanta. He is a huge fan of yours. We imitate you and Frankie all the time.
Oh, Frankie the Pantangelus brother?
Well, yeah. We love that.
Some lady posts, are you trying to be a gangster? I said, do me a favor, just watch The Godfather.
Yeah. And how about just sit back, not ask any questions, and laugh?
Hey, a simple LOL would be nice.
That's nice. And you know what? What you do is you bring it back to people. Like when I told you, when I come back from work, it's stressful, and I don't want to go home stressful, right? I'll sit in my office, and I'll sit and watch you before I go home so I can decompress. And you can probably tell I love to laugh. There's two things I love to do. And I do it as I get older. This is what happens. I laugh a lot. I cry happily a lot, right? I do that a lot too, and I'm not ashamed to tell you that. But I do that. I sit back, I decompress in my office, I get a few laughs from you, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. And I know that I speak for other people out there. Those 44 million or however many millions of people that have seen your stuff, I speak for them also.
Thanks, Jonathan. You know, one thing that just frustrates me, how no movie executive or TV executive can't say what you just said. I mean, I already have the following. I have the package.
By the way,
hasn't anybody figured this out yet? Wow.
I'm going to teach you another Yiddish Hebrew word. It's called sechel, which means common sense. What's not to see?
Exactly. Sekel, and what's the other one?
Rachmanis. You have Rachmanis for people.
Rachmanis. All right. Didn't the P-52s make a song about that?
You're making my stomach hurt here. So I tell you what, when I need one promise from you, because I think we'd have just a ball together. When you have off weekends, right? There'll be a Saturday sometime, maybe, you know, you come into New York, You come in studio with me for 2 hours. We're live. I promise you, I'll take you out for pizza later.
I would love that. Just hook it up with Russell.
I will. Russell, I drive Russell crazy.
He's a great guy.
I know
guy
he is.
that's half Jewish, half Sicilian, from the Bronx. He's out of his mind.
He knows I love
Me
him.
and him were together, you would think he's the comedian.
That's so bad. And I can tell by Frankie. His timing is great.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
All right. So one time we'll get you in here. We'll have a great time. We'll do a lot of laughing and, all that comes with that. So, Vic, I thank you so much for coming on here.
Jonathan, you got me all pumped up.
Oh, good.
So up. I love it.
Good. So thank you so much for coming in, and we'll talk soon, and all the best and all the health and happiness to you and your family.
Exactly. L'chaim.
L'chaim, buddy. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Jonathan. Just send Russell all the info so I can post this out. My fans can listen to it.
You got it, buddy. No problem.
Thanks, Jonathan.
All right, you're listening to Talking Sports on a Saturday evening with me, John Friedman. Give us a call on the Gotta Go to Mo's call-in line at 800-848-WABC. We'll be right back.
Many doctors in the U.S. and Canada have chosen the Back Institute for their own care. Experts in non-traumatic spine surgery. No cutting, no bleeding, no drilling, no scarring. With offices in New York City, Philadelphia, and Beverly Hills, BackInstitute.com offers information about new non-traumatic techniques. Visit Back Institute online at BackInstitute.com or give them a call at 800-956-6724. That's 800-956-6724. Back Institute, award-winning spine surgeons and physicians.
This week's luxury Jersey City apartment from the KRE Group is a gorgeous 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment home facing south and east with a magnificent view of the Statue of Liberty and Manhattan skyline at Journal Square. This 1,071 square foot home features an open concept layout with modern design, stainless steel kitchens, quartz countertops, luxuriously appointed bathrooms, full-sized washer and dryer in unit, central heating, cooling, and much more. Their leasing office is open 7 days a week, and you can reach them at info@journalsquare.com or give them a call at 201-659-7100. Check out KRENJC.com for more details.
Bert, I don't know if you know this, but I'm working on my golf game. Yeah, that's right. I hear we're doing the Bernie and Sid golf outing. Oh, I like that. It's Wednesday, July 31st at the beautiful Crystal Springs Resort in gorgeous Hamburg, New Jersey. So join us for a great day of golf with breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and Sid bragging about his short game. What? It's spectacular. Yeah, I know. To make your reservation, call 212-613-3848 and get tickets before it sells out. Find out more information at WABCRadio.com.
You've heard the news.
WPLJ will be going away on Friday, May 31st.
Our sister station 95.5 WPLJ will sign off the air on May 31st. And now you can purchase a commemorative t-shirt to celebrate their 48 years on the air. One shirt with all the PLJ logos from 1971 until now. Order your shirt today at PLJ.com and take home a piece of history before they say goodbye. Shirts are available now for only $20 at PLJ.com.
All right, we're back. We're talking sports on a Saturday evening. I'm John Friedman. Give us a call on the Gotta Go to Mo's call-in line at 800-848-WABC. That's 800-848-9222. You talk about a humble guy, Vic DiBattista, who's had a lot of success, and you can hear him when he talks about the TV producers and the television people, the directors, wherever. He hadn't gotten his quote-unquote, I guess, shot at television, but when you've got the amount of fans he has on social media and he's going and he's selling out venues all over the place, who needs that? Because at the end of the day, are we watching television or are we watching our computers? What do you guys think?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, the world now it's all about computers and phones.
And by the way, all the social media, I don't know if you heard this interview, he does it all alone. He's holding the camera. He's writing the stuff. He's directing. Well, it ain't easy.
Well, no, I mean, it's not easy, but now today to have cameras and everything, it's easy.
But he writes it and he does that. And, I give him and you can see and hear in his voice the humbleness that he has. So really interesting. I'll tell you what, Talking Sports would like to welcome our new sponsor to the show, Fitness 1440, located in Livingston, New Jersey. at 277 Eisenhower Parkway. Fitness 1440 is here to get you results. From the state-of-the-art equipment to Target 24, the 24-minute full-body circuit, you can depend on them to personally help you achieve your fitness goals. Each and every client is unique, and their personal trainers will design a personalized workout that's just right for you to achieve your goals. So many options are available to you to help you get in shape, including structured classes and challenges. And if you're in Livingston, West Orange, Florham Park, East Hanover, Roseland, you just found out about the best gym out there. So visit them online at www.fitness1440nj.com. And while you're on their website, click on the link for a free trial and see yourself and show yourself what Fitness 1440 is all about. Tell them Johnny from Talking Sports sent you, or give them a call at 973-992-1444. Fitness 1440. They'll help you achieve your fitness goals. And I was there this week when it was raining. I went there and worked out early Thursday morning. I got my butt kicked, but it felt good. I mean, it felt really good. You know, this is funny. I went to work on a Nautilus machine there, you know, and the older Nautilus machines, you could put the pin in, you know, you put your pin in and you start to whatever. I'm so stupid. I say to the guy, I can't figure out the things, you know, because they've got the poles that you put the weights on. So I'm so stupid. I'm like, can you help me? Oh, sir, you just take the weight and you put it on the pole here. I felt like such an idiot. Anyway, so it was great. And anyway, you know what? Hit the Modell's music while we're at it, while I'm sitting here. Save big every week at Modell's and visit your local store for special unadvertised deals. Shop all kinds of styles and brands for brands you love, like Nike, Adidas, Under Armour, Champion, Unipro, and much more. Are you an athlete gearing up for the season? We've got you covered in every sport, whether it's your first time playing or you're a seasoned veteran. Modell's is the place to go. But wait, what about professional sports? Don't worry, we've got you covered there too. Whether you're the casual or diehard sports fan, we've got jerseys, tees, hats, and much more. Modell's, you gotta go to Mo's. All right, Chuck, update us on what's happening in the world of sports.
Well, Johnny, it is over in Toronto, and the Raptors did it. They won 100-94. They will be facing the Warriors.
They got over the hump. They got over the hump.
And that goes to show you why you go all in and you trade a face of a franchise like DeMar DeRozan, who was there for a long time, and you go out and get a player of Kawhi Leonard's caliber. Even if it's only for one season.
Yep.
This right here is well worth it.
By the way, I just want to tell you, and I was thinking about this during the week. This Kawhi Leonard team, and with the guy they got from Memphis, Gasol, and what they have today, this team would have beaten Cleveland last year, even with LeBron. No doubt about it, by the way. I really believe that.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? I think so.
Yeah. I mean, Kawhi makes that big of a difference.
He does.
And he took the softness away from them. Gasol, Kawhi Leonard, you know, they took in Green, and Ibaka, the softness was gone.
And also Kawhi brings that championship experience.
Yeah, that pedigree.
And now that's a player that they can lean on down the stretch.
Yeah, good for them. I'm happy for them. I really am.
But now they're going to get swept.
Oh, come on. They're not going to get swept. Now, wait. So who had more wins? Or how did they do that in the finals?
I believe that the Warriors get the home court because they were the better team.
All right. And do we know when that starts, or we don't know yet?
I have no idea.
Okay, great. Okay. Go ahead. Let us update us on what's happening in baseball.
So over in baseball, the Dodgers are up 7-2 over the Pirates in top of the 7th. Orioles are up on the Rockies 7-6 in top of the 7th. Angels are up 1-0 over the Rangers after 5. The Yankees beat the Royals in both games of a doubleheader today. The Twins keep on rolling and beat the White Sox 8-1. Cubs over the Reds 8-6. Padres destroyed the Blue Jays 19-4. Diamondbacks all over the Giants 10-4. The Nationals blanked the Marlins 5-0. Athletics beat the Mariners 6-5. Mets over the Tigers 5-4 and 13. Phillies over the Brewers 7-2. Rays over the Indians 6-2. Your Braves lost today 6-3. And the Red Sox lost to the Astros 4-3.
Now, I'm pretty sure last week, this is where it drives the New York media drives me crazy. What was going on this time last week? Who was about to get fired?
We were talking about Mickey Callaway getting fired.
Yeah, what happened?
Davey Martinez and the Nationals bullpen saved his job.
Okay, but now they've beaten Detroit 2 games?
No, they lost.
They lost last night and they won today. All right, all I'm saying is, gosh, talk about hitting the panic button. I mean, crazy. Coming up at about 11:45 for you hockey fans, you got Boston and St. Louis. What a great story the Blues are. It's a repeat from 1971. My friend Stuart Rack today reminded me of that, if you're listening, Stuart. Reminded me of that series, and that'll take place starting in Monday in Boston. And my man Daniel J. Friedman, he's the show's hockey guru. He'll join us at about 11:45, and we'll preview that. Let's take a look at some NFL news. Did you see this week that Adamino Suh is now at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? You see that?
Yeah, I really didn't understand that move because they cut Gerald McCoy just to sign Sue.
Well, it's kind of a wash too because he has the incentive Sue, and if he they ends up being a wash or whatever. So
exactly.
Let me tell you something. Sue, I love. I love the stomper. I love that attitude. And he didn't do it so much in Los Angeles. I love when he in Detroit when he stomp on people after play, get a little extra business in there. But he's a good player. He'll help Tampa Bay. Now everybody's going after McCoy, though. Now he's the hot commodity. There are teams like Atlanta, New England, Indianapolis, Cleveland. They're all going after him. But, do these teams have the cap space to be able to do this?
Very true, very true.
So we'll see what happens with that. Kind of interesting. Did you also see that retired defensive end Chris Long, who played for the Rams, the Patriots, and the Eagles, came out and said he smoked marijuana all the time during those seasons? Yeah. Mainly, but because of his, for being banged up on Mondays, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, us as fans, we don't really realize what these players go through.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Like the season, they're in season like 9 months out of the year.
Yeah, and
they rarely get an off season, and they go through weight rooms. They go through physical hard contact.
Yeah.
But none of us really see that.
Right. You only see the 16 games in training camp. There's a lot that goes on. And speaking of good story, I saw that Matthew Stafford's wife is doing much better. Yes. They have a wedding to go to, I read, in Atlanta next week or whatever, and she's going to be able to make that. So that's always good news. And it will be interesting to see, by the way, where Gerald McCoy ends up. He's a good defensive middle guy, nasty. Because I saw him a lot in the NFC South, so we'll see, exactly what happens with him. Also, have you been hurt in a car accident or construction accident? Have you had a slip and fall accident? Has a relative been involved in a nursing home abuse? With over 25 years of personal injury law, the law offices of Stephen I. Fried has won millions of dollars for their clients, and best of all, there's no cost to you unless you win or settle your case. Get the personal attention you need with the injury case with Stephen I. Fried. With offices in Manhattan and the Bronx, visit the law offices of Stephen I. Fried online at siflaw.com. That's siflaw.com, or give them a call at 212-964-5777. That's 212-964-5777. Stephen I. Fried, New York's premier personal attorney. So soon we got Daniel J. Friedman. We'll take a look at Major League Baseball. We got lines open. Give us a call on the Gotta Go to Mo's call-in line at 800-848-WABC. And, you got to be happy for those Toronto Raptors because, the process to win a conference, and they've been hanging around here for a good 5-6 years building this ball club. They get to Eastern Conference Finals. Be disappointed. Now, they ran into LeBron a few times, and that was going to happen. But regardless, they went out. They made some, as you said, they went out and got Kawhi, took a chance and got Kawhi on a 1-year deal. They brought in Gasol. They brought in Green also from San Antonio. They got a nice ball club. And you know what? Maybe Lowry won't have to hear about the nonsense all the time. At the end of the day, he's the point guard on a team that has just won the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, but the person that I'm really feeling for is DeMar DeRozan, where he gave his all every year, but he always ran into a LeBron James-led team. And now the 1 year where LeBron leaves the East and goes to the West, he also follows LeBron to the West.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not really his fault.
That's how the cookie crumbles.
But now he's sitting at home and watching a team that he was a part of for however many years go on to the finals. I'm sure it's just killing him inside.
Some college basketball news this week. The Juwan Howard has now become the head coach of the Michigan Wolverines. And it's just
a really smart move.
Great move. I didn't know, by the way, that there was some rift between Chris Webber and Jalen Rose. And they said all of it now goes out the door. They all come together, and there's a part of that fabulous five now that is with the Michigan Wolverines. And also, did you see that legendary ex-Louisville coach Denny Crum has been hospitalized with a stroke, but they said he may be getting a little better. That's an iconic college basketball coach in Denny Crum. And I got to tell you, I was reading this week, for all you Knicks fans, I tell you, you need to take out of your head the Durant's coming here. I don't think he's coming. I just have a feeling he's not coming. I don't know why. I just have a feeling that he's looking at his situation. And you know, how old is he? 31 years old?
Yeah.
You know, it's not like he can come to the Knicks and carry them on the back. They've got no personnel on that team whatsoever.
I don't know.
Who they got? Who?
They got Mitchell Robinson.
All right.
Who made second team All-Rookie.
He did. Knox didn't even make the first or second team, by the way. I think Atlanta.
First season.
Johnny's Atlanta Hawks got two of those guys. We got a number one guy with Trae Young, and Horter is number two on the other All-Star, the second team.
They also have Smith Jr., who's a very athletic.
I like him, but can he keep his head straight?
Right, exactly. But I think that Durant's going to come. I think to get his legacy back on the right track, he needs to go to a team where he could carry them to prove to everyone that he could do it.
We'll see. I just think it's not like, again, it becomes this arrogance thing. Other teams are going after him also, not just the Knicks. There'll be other teams that are, including, by the way, they say the hot team right now is the Clippers.
Yeah, but I don't think he's going to want to play second fiddle to LeBron in that city.
I don't know about that. And by the way, I read also that LeBron is basically begging guys to come there.
Right, because nobody wants to play with him because when you go play with LeBron, everything is about LeBron. LeBron this, LeBron that. And if you watch the Cavs once Kyrie left, their offense was basically everybody lines up around the three-point line and just let LeBron drive to the basket. He either goes up for the layup or he kicks it out to a guy for three.
And did you see also in Game 6 of the Houston Warriors series that James Harden and Chris Paul got into a rift?
Listen, I'm sick of James Harden. He chokes every year.
Well, come on. Does he have enough around him?
Yes, he should. And you know what? He goes through the regular season dropping 50 here, 50 there, blah, blah, blah. But when it comes to the playoffs, his shot goes away.
Well, I got to tell you, I feel the same way about Chris Paul.
Right, but...
kind of soft.
Yeah, but he has dealt with a lot of injuries.
All right, well, all I'm saying is,
But also, Chris Paul could bring it at both ends of the floor. If James Harden is not scoring, what does James Harden bring to your team?
Probably,
nothing.
Yeah, but
that's what happens.
They got that. It's like they play ISO Joe with him.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm not a big James Harden guy. I think he's severely overrated.
Well, let me ask you this: when you say you're not a James Harden guy, so let's just say Durant was to come to New York, and somehow Durant, would you have Harden on your team with him? No, come on.
Because it wouldn't work.
Okay,
it wouldn't work. Now, if you say Chris Paul with Durant, I would say, yeah, because Chris Paul could facilitate an offense, and we don't have to worry about Chris Paul scoring. Chris Paul could dish it out, facilitate the offense, drive the ball, and then add scoring, and also add defense where he's probably one of the best defensive point guards to ever play the game.
All I'm saying is, from the Knicks' standpoint, is they're more than Durant away.
No, they are, and they also have another max spot available, which they could give to Kyrie, they could give to Kemba Walker, they could give to a Kawhi Leonard. I mean, you add two pieces plus a number 3 pick, things could be looking up.
They could be, but all I'm saying is there's other teams that are going to be going after this guy. So, and he does kind of probably look at the LeBron thing and say, LeBron went to a team, courageous kind of went to a team with nobody on it, and look how that ended up. So all I'm saying is, it's not always about New York.
No, I think it will always be about New York, no matter what. Everybody wants to come play here. the big lights in the big city. I mean, how do you pass up the opportunity to play in New York?
Well, we're going to find out, right? We're definitely going to find out. So, all right, let's take a quick break. And when we get back, I believe Daniel J. Friedman will join us. He's the show's hockey guru. We'll take a look at the Boston Bruins, the St. Louis Blues. Brett Hall still play for them? I'm not sure. You're listening to Talking Sports on a Saturday evening with me, John Friedman. Give me a call on the Gotta Go to Moe's call-in line at 800-848-WABC. We'll be right back.
Advertisers trying to reach potential customers in today's fast-paced, technology-driven world are having a difficult, if not impossible, time figuring out how to do so. There are so many options, from the traditional media to the practically limitless digital and social platforms. That
run the other ad.
Making
I need a
it harder
break.
than ever for businesses to get their message in front of the right audience. There is a solution, however, and it's called SCG Advertising and Public Relations. SCG is a full-service advertising and public relations agency that can help you navigate through today's chaotic media landscape and reach your potential customer. We help our clients strengthen their relationships, reputations, and brands by integrating your message across the entire media spectrum. The folks at SCG understand the options available to advertisers and will work with you to determine the best creative and media plan for your business. So learn more about us by visiting scgadv.com. That's scgadv.com. We'll help you reach your customers, all of them.
What do you think, Marty? Is sponsored by Brown & Brown Metro. They do insurance, from homeowners, automotive, workers' compensation, business insurance, group health, casualty,
It's supposed to be.
Visit
It's
Brown &
supposed to
Brown
be.
Metro on the web at bbmetro.com or give them a call at 973-549-1900.
Do you follow? Can you reach out to Daniel or no?
Or give them a call.
Can you reach out to Daniel? Can you reach out to Daniel?
Many doctors in the U.S. and Canada
I don't know what the
have
button
chosen
is
the Back
here.
Institute for their own care. Experts in non-traumatic spine
I'm saying,
surgery.
can you reach
No
out to
cutting,
Daniel?
No bleeding, no drilling, no scarring. With
I'm
offices in
on
New
my
York City,
phone, but I'm
Philadelphia,
recording
and
here.
Beverly Hills.
He's supposed to call 11:45. What time is it?
Information about new
Oh, he still has 5
non-traumatic
minutes.
techniques.
He's still has
Visit Back Institute online at backinstitute.com or give them a call at 800-956-6724. That's 800-956-6724. Back Institute, award-winning spine surgeons and physicians.
Advertisers trying to reach potential customers in today's fast-paced, technology-driven world are having a difficult, if not impossible, time figuring out how to do so. There are so many options, from the traditional media to the practically limitless digital and social platforms that are available, making it harder than ever for businesses to get their message in front of the right audience. There is a solution, however, and it's called SCG Advertising and Public Relations. SCG is a full-service advertising and public relations agency that can help you navigate through today's chaotic media landscape and reach your potential customer. We help our clients strengthen their relationships, reputations, and brands by integrating your message across the entire media spectrum. The folks at SCG understand the options available to advertisers and will work with you to determine the best creative and media plan for your business. So learn more about us by visiting scgadv.com. That's scgadv.com. We'll help you reach your customers, all of them.
You've heard the news.
WPLJ will
Yeah, let's go.
on Friday, May 31st.
Our sister station 95.5 WPLJ will sign off the air on May 31st. And now you can purchase a commemorative t-shirt to celebrate their 48 years on the air. One shirt with all the PLJ logos from 1971 until now. Order your shirt today at PLJ.com and take home a piece of history before they say goodbye. Shirts are available now for only $20 at PLJ.com.
All right, we're back. Now we go. All right, we're back. We're talking sports on a Saturday evening. Coming up is Daniel J. Friedman. He'll join the show. He's our hockey guru. Get us previewed of Boston and St. Louis. Chuck, you had some kind of finals update?
Yeah, John. So the Raptors actually had a better regular season record than the Warriors. So Game 1 will be in Toronto, and Game 1 will be on Thursday night at 9 o'clock.
It gives them they need some rest. Hey, could you do me a favor? I want to check out a few things. Tell me what's happening with women's softball. I'm specifically wondering if the Arizona Wildcats won today.
All right, you got to give me a minute.
All right, you'll take your time.
I'm going to see if I can do it for you.
And I also want to see what happened with the college lacrosse going on in Philadelphia today. I believe they're playing at Lincoln Financial. So give you a little homework there.
I know.
So some hockey news. I see that the Pittsburgh Penguins may be trading Phil Kessel to the Minnesota Wild. That should be interesting. It looks like Pittsburgh may be breaking that team up a little bit. Kind of interesting. And also you saw that, I hope I pronounced this right, that the Los Angeles Kings Slava Voinovs, I think I said that right, I'm not sure. He's been suspended by the NHL till the mid-season for domestic violence. I mean, the Arizona Wildcats, the Lady Wildcats. I have an interest in their softball team, so we know a young lady in the family that plays for them. So just wondering if they'll be going to Oklahoma.
So yes, they will be returning to the Women's College World Series.
Nice. What
Good for them.
Who they beat? They beat Mississippi State.
No, they beat Ole Miss.
Ole Miss. That's what. How about that? You got a box score in front of you there?
I do not. Unfortunately,
okay.
I just have a bunch of articles.
So what? Did Daniel J. Friedman fall asleep on us? It's only it's only 11:15 at night.
That's all right, John, because I got college lacrosse scores for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, number 3, Virginia beat number 2 Duke in 2 overtimes, 13-12, and then number 5 Yale pulled off the upset over Penn State, 21-17. So now they will meet in the championship on Monday, Memorial Day. Yale against Virginia, 5-3.
All right, let's play the Modell's music. Say big every week at Modell's and visit your local Modell's store for special unadvertised deals. Shop all kinds of styles from brands you love like Nike, Adidas, Under Armour, Champion, Unipro, and much more. Are you an athlete gearing up for the season? We've got you covered for every sport. Whether it's your first time playing or you're a seasoned veteran, Modell's is the place to go. But wait, what about professional sports? Don't worry, we've got you covered that way too. Whether you're the casual or diehard sports fan, we've got jerseys, tees, hats, and much more. Modell's, you got to go to Mo's. All right, so Chuck, talk to us about the Yankees. What's going on with them this week?
Well, I'm actually very upset with the Yankees, John.
Let's hear it.
So, I don't know if you watched this week, but they had a nice little series with the Orioles where they absolutely demolished them. And you had Gleyber Torres hitting like 74 home runs. You had Gary Sanchez hitting another 80 home runs. But for some odd reason, they decided to bench Gleyber on Thursday to give him rest. How do you give a player rest when he has 10 home runs on the season against a certain team? I just don't understand it.
Well, so is this an analytics thing?
I would guess so. Boone came out and said that because they have so many games coming up that he wanted to give him rest. But why would you give him rest against a team that he's killed all year? Why not give him rest against a team like the Royals that they're playing today?
And did I see that Stanton had a setback?
Yeah, so he got hit by a pitch in the knee, and somehow he strained his calf from that. I don't understand how that happens.
He got hit in the knee,
yeah,
and he strained the calf. Daniel Friedman just reached out to me, by the way. He'll be calling in 10 minutes.
Beautiful, beautiful. So
he threw me a curveball tonight.
So with Stanton, he went from having a bicep injury to hurting his shoulder while rehabbing the bicep, and then while rehabbing the shoulder and the bicep, he strained his calf.
And what's with Judge?
Judge has an oblique injury, and those are really tricky.
Oh, obliques take forever.
Yeah, forever. So, and there's also an article that came out the other day that even if he does come back, he might not be at 100%.
And speaking of those type of things, you guys, everybody's been bitching about Cano. Well, he went to get out of the box the other day, and he got hurt.
How ironic.
That was funny. And by the way, my ignorance, when did Carlos Gomez become a Met?
Didn't they get him before the season started?
No, I don't think so. I think they got him like a few weeks ago or something, because I don't remember him being on the squad, but maybe I just missed that. All I remember with him, did you ever see the highlight with him when a few years ago when Brian McCann was with the Braves the first time, and he hit a home run at Turner Field? He sat and looked at it, And he's rounding the bases, and Freddie Freeman was giving him the business. And then Brian McCann meets him at home plate, standing at not letting him score. Great. That was a great scene. That's the last time I remember. But he's a good player, by the way, kind of a nasty, kind of hard-nosed player. But he's been with a million teams.
But you know what it is? He brings the Mets energy.
Right. That's right.
They don't have a player like that.
Who likes to, cause some trouble and stuff. I agree. And did you see this week? Now, first of all, Bryce Harper's not doing very well right now. He's starting to get booed in Philadelphia. He's hitting like 230. But did you see the throw he made in Chicago?
Yes.
Wow. So what happened was I guess the next inning when they're warming up or something or whatever, he faked to throw the ball into the stands, right? And he takes it and he chucks it like at a Wrigley Field. And so when he's walking out of the band, they're giving him the birds and everything. That guy likes to bring stuff to himself. You know what I mean?
He does.
But I kind of like that. But you know what? He's getting booed in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
You know, he's hitting 230.
I mean, when he signed with Philly, I'm sure he knew what to expect.
And how about this guy with the Mets, this Davis guy who arrives in the third inning the other day from the minor leagues, and he comes and hits a 3-run shot off Doolittle.
Yeah, and it's so bad how terrible that Nationals bullpen is.
And did you see also, I was reading that, last week when we were talking about the Mets and their manager and stuff, that Joe Girardi is just sitting back. Yeah. He's sitting back waiting to see what happens. You know, Joe Girardi is a good manager. No? Why? No. He won you a World Series.
He is so uptight and had everything.
Did he win you a World Series?
Yeah, but Joe Torre won me 4 World Series.
Okay. But my point is he won a World Series. And by the way, the reason why he got let go was that analytics nonsense.
I know, and it's sad. It's really sad. But I'm not a big Joe Girardi fan, but I think he's sitting out and holding out for the Cubs job.
Probably. That's a good why. They got a good manager too, by the way. And they're in first place.
Right, but I think that Madden's contract is up at the end of the year. And I don't think he's going to stay there too much longer.
And do you think that the Yankees will actually use Clint Frazier as a trading piece there?
Without a doubt. He's so bad defensively, and I think that they're just tired of it. And once Judge and Stan come back, he really has no spot on the team. And I think they really need pitching, especially that Happ has pitched poorly. Sabathia is hurt with the knee. Paxton's dealing with an injury. Severino is dead pretty much. So they got a lot of holes in the rotation to fill.
Interesting. So what does the Yankees' schedule look like this week? Do you know? Do you know what's going on?
They're on a road trip. They have another game against the Royals, which they should win tomorrow.
Well, the Royals are bad. They may be like Kansas City, like Baltimore was last year.
Yeah.
Like could end up 60 games out. They're terrible.
No, they are. And they have like no pitching.
Is Baltimore any better than they were last year?
No, very sadly. Then the Yankees return home. They have the Padres coming into town.
That's an interesting series.
And then they have the Red Sox.
Red Sox starting to get it together?
They lost today late. Their bullpen blew another game. So I don't know how they're not signing Craig Kimbrell. I don't know how the Nationals are not signing him.
Well, the Nationals aren't going to sign. They're not any good.
I know, but their bullpen is so bad that those are games where if you get a couple wins here and there.
I'm looking at the divisions here. I see that Minnesota has an 8-game lead in the American League Central. Did you know that?
Yeah, and they're also like first in like homers, first in runs, first in RBIs.
But it's the Minnesota Twins.
I know.
They'll end up playing the Yankees and losing the playoffs. That's all that happens with them.
As always.
And the Dodgers have a 6-game lead on San Diego. You know, the Dodgers are playing pretty well.
Yeah, they are. I mean, when the season started, we all expected the Dodgers to run away with that division, and that looks like it's going to happen once again.
The Chicago, Milwaukee, that's going to go all year.
Dogfight
all year, and so will Atlanta, Philadelphia be a dogfight all year.
I think Philly's going to fall off.
You think so?
I think so.
Why?
I don't know. I just feel like their bullpen's not really complete yet. And
because Atlanta's bullpen's a little shaky.
And their starting pitching hasn't been too great. I think Aaron Nola has like a 4.5 ERA, and if that's your ace, you need him to go back to what he was last year. Cy Young candidate, 2 ERA. That's what you need at the top of your rotation to set it for the other guys.
All right, I'll tell you real quickly. Let's do this. I see you talk. I hear that Daniel J. Friedman, who's late by the way, is joining us. We'll take a look. We're going to do that after the news, Izzy, because I want to give him some time to do this. So I'll tell you what. Let's take a break. We'll play some spots. All right, you're listening to Talking Sports on a Saturday evening with me, John Friedman. I know, Chuck, I know you want to talk about the Jets later in the evening, so let's not forget about to do that. And then we'll talk to Daniel J. Friedman after the break. We got news on the top of the hour. You're listening to Talking Sports on a Saturday evening with me, John Friedman. Give me a call on the Gotta Go to Moe's call-in line at 800-848-WABC. We'll be right back.
Advertisers trying to reach potential customers in today's fast-paced, technology-driven world are having a difficult, if not impossible, time figuring out how to do so. There are so many options, from the traditional media to the practically limitless digital and social platforms that are available, making it harder than ever.
Keep going. Play those other spots, can you?
There is a solution, however, and it's called SCG Advertising and Public Relations. SCG is a full-service advertising and public relations agency that can help you navigate through today's chaotic media landscape and reach your potential customer. We help our clients strengthen their relationships, reputations, and brands by integrating your message across the entire media spectrum. The folks at SCG understand the options available to advertisers and will work with you to determine the best creative and media plan for your business. So learn more about us by visiting scgadv.com. That's scgadv.com. We'll help you reach your customers, all of them.
In matters of faith, everything matters. This is Rabbi Joseph Tasnik from Religion Online, and I'd like to welcome Reverend A.R. Bernard to 77 WABC. 35 years, same job, same place. And now it's time for a change. It's time for the Rev and the Rabbi. Remember, in Hebrew, we read from right to left, so it's the Rabbi and the Rev. I don't know about that. We'll discuss that as the show evolves. Join us for the Rev and the Rabbi, Sunday mornings from 8 to 9 on 77 WABC.
Coming up on Tuesday on Bernie and Sid in the Morning, courtesy of the Joseph Abboud VIP guest list. For his weekly appearance, hero cop Bo Dietl. And we'll see you finally after a 6-week hiatus of Anthony Cumia from the Anthony Cumia Show actually comes back.
About time. And we hope you're having a great Memorial Day weekend.
Absolutely, folks. Enjoy it. We'll talk to you again Tuesday morning at 6 a.m. only right here, Bernie and Sid, 77 WABC.
A new morning show, Bernie and Sid in the morning, 6 to 10 a.m., 77 WABC and the WABC radio app. 77 WABC, where New York comes to talk. Wake up weekdays with Bernie and Sid in the morning. Good morning, gentlemen. Then at 10 a.m., Ryan Kilmeade.
More good news.
At noon, it's the all-new Curtis and Juliet.
I think that we're actually surprised by strange comments like that, but we're not.
At 3, it's Ben Shapiro. At 6 p.m., Mark Levin.
The great WABC.
Then it's the John Bachelor Show. Politics, big-time politics, is where New York comes to talk. 77 WABC. What do you think, Marty? Is sponsored by Brown & Brown Metro. They do insurance, from homeowners, automotive, workers' compensation, business insurance, group health, casualty, and life insurance. Visit Brown & Brown Metro on the web at bbmetro.com or give them a call at 973-549-1900. Visit Brown & Brown Metro on the web at bbmetro.com or give them a call at 973-549-1900. Brown & Brown Metro is a proud sponsor of What Do You Think, Marty?
Many doctors in the U.S. and Canada have chosen the Back Institute for their own care. Experts in non-traumatic spine surgery. No cutting, no bleeding, no drilling, no scarring. With offices in New York City, Philadelphia, and Beverly Hills, BackInstitute.com offers information about new non-traumatic techniques. Visit Back Institute online at BackInstitute.com or give them a call at 800-956-6724. That's 800-956-6724. Back Institute. Award-winning spine surgeons and physicians.
Advertisers trying to reach potential customers in today's fast-paced, technology-driven world are having a difficult, if not impossible, time figuring out how to do so. There are so many options, from the traditional media to the practically limitless digital and social platforms that are available, making it harder than ever for businesses to get their message in front of the right audience. There is a solution, however, and it's called SCG Advertising and Public Relations. SCG is a full-service advertising and public relations agency that can help you navigate through today's chaotic media landscape and reach your potential customer. We help our clients strengthen their relationships, reputations, and brands by integrating your message across the entire media spectrum. The folks at SCG understand the options available to advertisers and will work with you to determine the best creative and media plan for your business. So learn more about us by visiting scgadv.com. That's scgadv.com. We'll help you reach your customers, all of them.
77 WABC. From the NJDiet.com studios, 77 WABC, New York, a Cumulus station with news now.
Continuing rain, a presidential tweet in Tokyo. I'm Evan Haining. More Iowa. Meteorologist Allison Chinchar says there's another system in the southern plains.
Texas, Oklahoma, as well as Kansas. The other concern we've talked about is the rain. A lot of it is expected to fall the next few days. Widespread, 2 to 4 inches.
The U.S. Geological Survey says around St. Louis, the Mississippi River may climb to its 4th or 5th highest level since records began being kept in the 1700s. As President Trump's diplomatic visit to Japan continues, he has tweeted that he's not concerned by North Korea's recent missile tests. In Tokyo, correspondent Pamela Brown reports the president is tweeting that he has confidence the leader Kim Jong-un will keep his promise to me.
President Trump has made it clear what his big concern is ICBM, those intercontinental ballistic missiles that could hit the United States. So he has made clear previously that these short-range missile tests isn't a big concern of his because it wouldn't impact the U.S. directly, but it could impact Japan. So that is what is so interesting about the timing of this tweet.
More than 2 weeks ago, Hawaii physical therapist Amanda Eller went hiking in a forest preserve on Maui and disappeared. But yesterday, she was found by a helicopter rescue crew. Her mother, Julia, is overwhelmed and grateful.
Our daughter has come home to us and in a wonderful condition.
A former business manager of late comic book legend Stan Lee has been taken into custody on elder abuse charges.
Authorities say Kia Morgan sought to capitalize on the Marvel comic mastermind's wealth and exert influence over Stan Lee, even though he had no authority to act on his behalf. Police say Morgan pocketed more than $262,000 from autograph signing sessions.
Correspondent Barbara Cusack reports Morgan was charged by Los Angeles County prosecutors earlier this month and was arrested in Arizona. I'm Evan Haining.
Dan Bongino.
This is not about Russiagate, Spygate, Conspiracygate. This is Obamagate. The CIA and John Brennan was the ringleader of this entire thing. I'm Dan Bongino, host of the top-rated Dan Bongino podcast, where we take the fight to the left and the broken political establishment. Listen and subscribe to my daily podcast free on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts on the Westwood One Podcast Network.
When sports talk starts to sound the same.
Blah, blah, blah.
When sports opinions are a dime a dozen. When your sports Sundays are lacking. Get some Sid Sports Sunday into your life.
Spectacular.
Great guests, winning picks, and the biggest headlines. The action never stops. Trust it. Trust Sid. Sid Sports Sunday, 9 to 11 a.m. every week. 77 WABC and WABCRadio.com.
All right, we're back. We're talking sports on a Saturday evening, Sunday morning now. With me, John Friedman. Give me a call on the Gotta Go to Mo's call-in line at 800-848-WABC. Matter of fact, speaking of the Gotta Go to Mo's call-in line, let's go to Leslie in Fort Lee. Leslie, you're on Talking Sports on a Sunday morning.
Yeah, before we talk about the Jets, I hope the Twins beat the Yankees this year in the playoffs so I can rub it into you guys. I'm going to so when that day comes.
You know, it's not that I'm not rooting for Minnesota. It's just it seems like every time Minnesota makes the playoffs, they run into the Yankees.
I agree with you. I agree. It's frustrating, and but I think the Twins got a good team to beat.
They have a good team. I didn't realize they were 8 games up in the Central.
They're hitting runs in 51 games, and they're just that lineup is something else. I love their lineup. They need to get Scherzer or Bumgarner. I mean, they got to get that guy if they're going to be a World Series contender, because they're not beating the Astros, Yankees, or the Red Sox with this rotation. I mean, Burrows is good, but he's just not ready for be the ace just yet. They need to get that guy who knows how to get it done.
How's their bullpen?
It's been shaky. It's been okay. I mean,
Have you noticed throughout Major League Baseball, a lot of teams have shaky bullpens?
Except the damn Yankees. I mean, they sell their soul to the devil. That's the problem, John. They sell their soul to the devil. That's all there is.
They get it done. What's happening?
Okay, here's my thing about the Jets.
Yeah.
You know what? What the Jets did a couple of weeks ago was so gutless, was stupid, incompetent. I mean, it was just a disgrace. I mean, yes, they should. Mike McCagnon deserved to be fired. And he should have been fired. He should have been fired after the season, not on May 15th.
Or last year when they got rid of the coach.
Yes, exactly. They should have done that. Then you can hire a general manager who has a clear vision on how to build a team and hire that coach to share the same collaborative approach. That's how you do it. Here's the thing about the Jets. They had 3 failed arranged marriages. You would think they would learn after 2 times where Rex and Isaac failed and where McCagnon and Bulls failed. So what made the Jets think, or the Johnson family in that regard, thinking they're going to make it work with Gacy and McCagnon? McCagnon was vulnerable, and Adam Gacy knew he had a chance to pull a power play.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew Gacy and McCagnon, you knew that was never going to work. Because Adam Gacy always wants to seek power, and he did that in Miami, and you knew he was going to do it here. And again, McCagnon was going to be vulnerable. So this whole thing was stupid. And I got an issue with the Jets handing a 23-26 record for this head coach to get power. I got an issue with that because this is not Bill Belichick we're talking about. We're talking about a mediocre head coach.
Yeah, and whenever he thinks he can get away with it. By the way, this is New York. He was in a much smaller media market in Miami, and it didn't work out there. I hope he knows what he's getting into.
You know what, John? It wouldn't surprise me if Adam Gacy's one and done here. I just had this feeling this is going to be a disaster. It was him and the beat writers in this town. Let me tell you, Manish Mehta is one of the most vicious, and he's a great reporter, by the way. He does a great job, but he can be very vicious. I don't see him and Adam Gacy being the best of friends. This could get ugly if the Jets have a losing season. I mean, the local media will have no patience with Gacy, and the fans, you can't blame the fans for having no patience anymore because their patience has been tested because of the Johnson family. And here's the thing with the Johnson family, what the hell has they done to earn the benefit of that? All they have done is create awful football under their stewardship. From Woody and now Chris. I don't trust the Jets to get it right. I don't think they'll get it right under the Johnson family. To me, there's a reason why the Jets are the Jets. There's a reason why the Jets create moments such as like the butt fumble, the Marino spike, Rich Kotite, or starting Leon Johnson in the playoff game against the Lions. It's stupidity. It starts with the ownership.
I agree. By the way, I agree with you. If you look at, there's certain teams, by the way, that have the owners, and I'm going to use your team. I'm assuming you're a Minnesota Viking fan. The Wilfs have let football people do football work. Yeah. And I actually like the Vikings this year. I think they're going to have a rebound season. I like them this year. And you look at Atlanta, you look at Arthur Blank, although he's putting a lot of trust into Dimitrov, and even though that, for example, that Dan Quinn has all the player personnel decisions, that's his thing. At least they're letting football guys do football things. When you've got an owner like the Johnson and letting his son run the team and all that stuff, and you're firing GMs in the middle of after drafts, something's wrong.
Obviously, there was a disconnect with McCagnon and Gacy from the beginning, and Chris Johnson obviously knew it, so he was proactive in doing that by firing him. But you know what? Again, McCagnon should have never been in this position. He should have never been the general manager after the season. Chris Johnson should have never put the Jets in this position. He should know better because he got to see Idzik and Vex fail, okay? Because they just did not agree on a lot of things. And then again, the Bulls and McCagnon, they never agreed on anything. So what made Chris Johnson think this was going to work with Adam Gase and Mike McCagnon? Adam Gase is a bulldog. Adam Gase is a guy that gets after it. Adam Gase has a type A personality, a guy that's going to be involved. And he's going to be involved in so many detailed things. You got to understand, this guy comes from the Nick Saban coaching tree. So I just knew this was not going to work. The hiring of Gacy was okay. I still believe in him, but the Jets should never have been in this position.
Do you, Chuck? Are you in agreement with Chuck also that Chuck feels that McCagnon was lousy 2 second rounds through 5 rounds or 7 rounds?
Totally right. He's absolutely right, and that's why McCagnon should be fired. Because I mean, here's what stands out with McCagnon: the Christian Hackenberg pick. Not only he couldn't tour in the NFL, he stunk in the AAF, and you keep that guy. How?
That's bad, by the way. He stunk in the AFA. Yeah, that's how bad he was.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the hell did Mike McCagnon saw in Hackenberg. I know Bill O'Brien was high on him, and I guess Mike McCagnon seeked input from Bill O'Brien. Remember, Mike McCagnon and Bill O'Brien worked in Houston, so I guess he seeked Bill's input and he was hoping to catch lightning in a bottle with Christian Hackenberg, but this was just such a reach. Just a reach.
Yeah.
And the draft picks have not panned out. They haven't developed well, and I blame some of this on Bulls, but this starts with the general manager.
Yep, no doubt.
I mean, honestly, he was no better than John Idzik. The only thing Mike McCagnon did good was getting Sam Darnold, which he moved the Jets up to be in a position to get him by trading up in the draft. That's what his best moment was. But one best moment does not cure all the mistakes he made. I mean, I don't trust him to get it right with Sam Darnold. So, I don't know. You know, the Jets are the Jets for a reason.
It's definitely going to be interesting. Leslie, thank you. I got to move. We're going to have an NHL little hockey preview here between Boston and St. Louis. I hope you continue listening. Thank you so much for the call.
Thanks. And good Blues, by the way.
Okay, you got it. You got it. All right, we got Daniel J. Friedman on here. Is he around? Hello?
Hi, how you doing?
Daniel, you know, I already have enough ADD. Now I'm feeling totally discombobulated. All right, tell us about this upcoming Stanley Cup playoff series tell us about St. Louis, tell us about Boston, and what do you think of this series?
Sure. I mean, it's funny because you had all this parity in the first round, and even in the second round, Carolina was a nice surprise. And at the end of the day, you got 2 really good teams in the finals, almost teams that would not have shocked you if you said these were the teams that were going to be in the finals, at the beginning of the year. I mean, St. Louis is a nice story because they had such a bad year for much of the year. They were in last place at one point even. In not last, I think it was 30th. They were 30th in the league.
That's crazy.
And they came back. I mean, they were more talented than that. They were always much better than that, but they had just been struggling. They found a goalie of the future in Jordan Binnington. He's a very young kid. And the rest of their team figured it out. They have been fantastic. They've been led by, a sniper like Vladimir Tarasenko. They've got Jaden Schwartz. They've got Fraser. I mean, they've got a lot of pieces on offense and on defense. They're a very balanced team. And I think Boston is much the same in that they're strong in net and they're very balanced on offense and defense. But I would take Boston's offense over St. Louis's offense, but I think I would take St. Louis's defense over Boston's defense. I think it's going to be a really fun series. I think. And
this is a repeat. This is a repeat from '71, right?
Right. This matchup was 49 years in the making.
Wow.
So the the Bruins don't have Bobby Orr this time around, so that may work to their advantage. I don't know. But I think it's going to be a fun series. I think the Blues are going to win 7, which basically means congratulations to the Bruins on winning the Stanley Cup. Because whatever I predict, the opposite seems to happen. But I think the Blues can really take this one.
That would be really great. I think it'd be great for hockey if St. Louis was to win the Stanley Cup.
Sure. I mean, Canada's not watching anyway, right? Because the Raptors are in the finals now, right?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, question. When does you what do you think? You think St. Louis in how many?
7.
And 7. Okay. And that starts in Boston, right, on Monday?
Starts in Boston.
And when does the Seattle team get going?
It's not this coming season, but the following season.
The following season. And they don't have a name yet or anything, right?
They do not have a name yet.
Interesting. So let's talk about the Islanders real quick. Your Islanders, they had a signing, right? They signed one of their guys this week?
Yeah, they signed Brock Nelson. I think the figure was about $6 million a year. And, which is pretty fair for him. I mean, he was coming off a career year. It was a contract year, though, and he had been wildly inconsistent before that. But, you got to hope that he's the product of a, good match between coach and player, because he finally figured out under Barry Trotz. And, as long as Barry Trotz is sticking around and as long as Brock Nelson continues to play that way, I think he'll justify it. The question is he going to go back to that inconsistency, because it's going to turn into a bad contract real quick, and especially if they choose to re-sign him over some of the other guys they've got, in the hopper that they have to re-sign. It's going to be an interesting summer for the Islanders, but a good start.
Well, and let me ask you one more thing with the Islanders. Is are they sticking with this goaltender?
I don't know how you don't. I think it would be absolutely bananas if somehow Robin Leonard didn't re-sign. I think he loves being here. This is the team that finally gave him the chance to break through. Listen, it's not going to come cheap, and I don't sense that there's going to be a hometown discount. But if the Islanders, are really being true to themselves, they know this is a goalie that they cannot afford to let walk, and I think he's an Islander, come next season.
The Devils having the first pick. Do you see anything going on with them in regards to free agent signings or anything like that, or the same situation with the Rangers?
Yeah, I think it's both those teams are really going to be staying the course. I don't think it's the same old Rangers and that, they used to go for every marquee free agent on the market. I think the Rangers are still sticking their rebuilding plan. I think the Devils are also. They're rebuilding slowly but surely, and they're about to, whether they take Jack Hughes or Capo Taco, they're going to get a phenomenal player. Both teams are going to get phenomenal players.
I'd be shocked if they don't take Jack Hughes, the Devils.
It wouldn't shock me that much, because honestly, the field is the competition between the two of them is closer than people think. I think overall Jack Hughes is a better player, and as Steve Cangelosi said, he's the Devils play-by-play announcer said, Jack Hughes is a center, so that's kind of a bigger deal. The fact that you can build around him, but the Devils also have Nico Hischier down the middle, so I don't know which way they're going to go, but it wouldn't shock me completely if they didn't take Jack Hughes.
Okay, so you got St. Louis in 7. That would be a heck of a story. I'm kind of rooting because I don't want Boston winning 3 major championships. No, that's why I'm hoping that doesn't happen. Crazy. All right, Daniel, thank you so much I'm sorry for reprimanding you like a school teacher. Anyway, all the best to you, and thank you so much. And we'll get you maybe next week after the series is kind of like in the midway point, right?
Yeah, as the Bruins are on their way to winning. Yeah.
You got it. Thank you, Daniel. Yeah. All right, we'll talk to you soon. Thank you. That's Daniel J. Friedman. He's the show's hockey guru. I'll tell you what, let's take a quick break. There you go. Izzy's behind the mic, behind the room there. What's happening, Izzy?
Not too much, brother. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. Feeling good.
You're excited. I see you over here. I love watching you when you're talking on the air because
I'm hyper.
You're very hyper, very excited, moving your arms around. Hey! I love it.
My poor family who has to deal with this all the time. You're listening to Talking Sports on a Saturday evening. We'll be right back.
What do you think, Marty? Is sponsored by Brown & Brown Metro. They do insurance, from homeowners, automotive, workers' compensation, business insurance, group health, casualty, and life insurance. Visit Brown & Brown Metro on the web at bbmetro.com or give them a call at 973-549-1900. Visit Brown & Brown Metro on the web at bbmetro.com or give them a call at 973-549-1900. Brown & Brown Metro is a proud sponsor of What Do You Think, Marty? This week's luxury Jersey City apartment from the KRE Group is a gorgeous 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment home facing south and east with a magnificent view of the Statue of Liberty and Manhattan skyline at Journal Square. This 1,071 square foot home
Kevin, I keep meaning to call you.
Modern design.
Promise I will.
Steel kitchens, quartz countertops, luxuriously appointed bathrooms, full-sized washer and dryer and unit, central heating, cooling, and much more. Their leasing office is open 7 days a week, and you can reach them at info@journalsquare.com or give them a call at 201-659-7100. Check out KRENJC.com for more details.
Many doctors in the U.S. and Canada have chosen the Back Institute for their own care. Experts in non-traumatic spine surgery. No cutting, no bleeding, no drilling, no scarring. With offices in New York City, Philadelphia, and Beverly Hills, BackInstitute.com offers information about new non-traumatic techniques. Visit Back Institute online at BackInstitute.com or give them a call at 800-956-6724. That's 800-956-6724. Back Institute, award-winning spine surgeons and physicians.
77 WABC, a new Bernie and Sid in the morning.
Did you see this video, Bernie? This is right up your alley of Arnold Schwarzenegger at the gym in South Africa. I did. What was that? He got attacked. He got kicked in the back and nearly kicked to the floor. I don't know. It was like a fly on his back. He got drop kicked. Right. He stumbled 2 or 3 steps. He didn't fall down. Nothing. He turned around. He's like, what was this? What was that? That's what you have? That's nothing.
Bernie and Sid in the morning. Weekday morning, 6 to 10.
Now on Echo devices.
77 WABC.
All right, we're back. We're talking sports. We got about 10 minutes to go there. If you want to get into the show at 800-848-WABC. That's 800-848-9222. Chuck, for the last time tonight, get us updated on what's happening in the world of sports.
All right, Johnny. So we have our Stanley Cup final set between the Blues and the Bruins. And tonight we figured out what the NBA Finals matchup is going to be as the Raptors completed their comeback from down 2-0 and won 4 in a row and beat the Bucks 194.
And I just want to remind everybody, you and Izzy, I don't know if you remember this, and I even said it on Twitter last week, when Toronto was down 2-0, I said they're winning this series in 6. Down 2-0. I just felt it.
Wild. So now they...
Although I didn't put my money where my mouth was.
Well, you should have.
I should have, you're right.
So now they would play the Raptors. Game 1 is Thursday in Toronto at 9 o'clock.
By the way, and the television networks have got to love this.
Oh,
Toronto's a big market. You know, you got Golden State, San Francisco.
Also, they also get the East Coast, West Coast matchup.
Yeah, beautiful.
Always.
Yeah.
All right. Over in the MLB, the Orioles are on top of the Rockies 9-6 heading into the bottom of the 9th. Angels are blanking the Rangers 1-0 in the bottom of the 7th. The Yankees swept both games of the doubleheader today against the Royals, 7-3 in Game 1, 6-1
Royals
in Game 2.
stink. Oh, they're terrible.
The Twins beat the White Sox 8-1. Cubs over the Reds 8-6. Padres demolished the Blue Jays 19-4.
Ouch.
Diamondbacks over the Giants 10-4. Now the Giants are another team that stinks.
They're starting. They've got Samardzija they'll end up getting rid of. Baumgarten they'll end up getting rid of. Is the Panda still on that team? He'll get. The question is Posey going to get traded? No.
I think Posey's the one guy that they'll keep as the face of the franchise.
Okay.
And also, a little fun fact today: the Giants called up Carl Yastrzemski's grandson.
I saw that.
28 years old, making his major league debut. Good
Nice.
for him.
Yeah, at 28 years old, that's usually, is he going to make it or not?
Yeah.
Good for him.
The Nationals blanked the Marlins 5-0. Athletics over the Mariners 6-5. Mets beat the Tigers 5-4 and 13. Phillies over the Brewers 7-2. Rays over the Indians 6-2. Cardinals over your Braves 6-3. Astros over the Red Sox 4-3. And the Dodgers beat the Pirates 7-2.
All right. Thank you.
I got one more thing.
Yeah, go ahead. Sure.
And only because you asked me for it. Hold on, I got to find it. I just had it and I lost it. So, the Arizona Wildcats softball team beat Ole Miss 9-1.
Nice. Johnny, if my son Eli, who just graduated, I like to follow all the teams where your kids go to college. So softball, what was going on right now at Arizona. So good for them.
Congratulations. Although my college, they're not very good in sports.
No, no.
Nah.
What was that? What college is that?
St. Francis College of Brooklyn.
They got a good basketball team, I thought.
Nah. They're only one of like 5 teams to never make the NCAA tournament.
Wait, they're Division I for basketball, though, right? Well, then maybe it's coming.
Nah, I don't
Maybe
think
it's
so.
coming. Maybe it's coming. And what happened in lacrosse? You still have that down there? You got that thing in Pennsylvania?
Yeah, we had I believe that Penn State lost to Yale.
Mm.
And
No Denver this year. Denver, that little school that always wins in lacrosse.
So number 1 Penn State lost to Yale, who was the 5 seed,
Mhm.
and number 2 Duke lost in 2 overtime to number 3 Virginia.
Good. Duke is always good. Also, both of those teams are always good in lacrosse. Duke and Virginia.
So now Yale plays Virginia
On Monday?
1 o'clock.
Do you ever watch lacrosse?
I have here and there.
I don't really understand. You know, I know you throw it into the goal and stuff, but I don't really understand a lot of the rules and how that works.
No, it's a very physical sport, honestly.
They wear shoulder pads, don't they? Wear shoulder pads in
They wear
that?
helmets, they wear everything.
Yeah.
It's wild. It's very entertaining.
It's like soccer with a
It's like
with
soccer and hockey combined.
Yeah, interesting. Hey, Izzy, we got Izzy behind the engineering room there, working the board. You wear a hat, I noticed. You're all over the place. You're here. I saw you were at some music station doing an overnighter. Did I not see that?
Yes. So
do you change your name from station to station?
I do. It's Izzy. It's Izzy Rich. It's Isaiah.
Oh, I love that.
Izzy Rich.
Yeah, it's so funny because like everyone I feel like gives me like a different nickname. Like I remember this one guy once talked to me and he was like, I'm gonna start calling you the Iz Master.
I like that.
And then somebody else told me they were just like, I'm just gonna call you Iz the Wiz. And I was just like, oh, okay.
Are you challenging me to find you a name?
Hey John, if you want to call me whatever you want.
I gotta find you a name. You gotta give me a week.
Okay, no problem.
When I come back next week, I'll have you a name. I'll have you a name. I'll have to think. I have an ad agency, so we can sit. I'll give it to the creator people and say, do me a favor, give me a name, and I'll take the credit for it.
Nice.
But I will say that the Is the Wiz one, I like that.
That's good.
I like it. It's quite catchy.
You like to spin the records or the carts or whatever goes on in music at a station?
I do. I'm like really in love with music radio. Like I love like talking between the songs.
Yeah.
And know about entertainment news and the whole shabam. Yeah, I love it.
That's good stuff.
I love radio. I'm like a huge.
I know you do. And you're a graduate of the Connecticut School of Broadcasting.
Yes, that's correct.
That is so cool. How about that? My mom wanted me to go there when I finished high school. I didn't go there, but that was one of the options I had to if I wanted to pursue my radio career at that time, which I did. I didn't go there, but interesting that, and I know that you're our old buddy James Simeone. You went to class with him. He was on my old show. He's my man.
Yeah, I love James Simeone. I see him all the time down over there at CSB.
Yeah, he's a good guy. What do you guys got planned? You got Memorial Day this weekend. So what's happening?
Not doing really too much, John. I'm actually just working, just trying to get things ready for next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, just working, bro. That's about it, though. Really, I might go out possibly Monday afternoon. I really did want to go down to the New Jersey Shore, but
you're a good-looking guy. All the women must be going crazy over you. Big, tall, good-looking guy. Come on now.
I might try to on Monday, but it's just I was telling Chuck actually behind the scenes off air that it's crazy because I know that traffic going up the Parkway is going to be horrendous.
Yeah.
On Monday night, so I'm kind of just like
the families asked me to take them somewhere on Monday. The thing was, well, that's what I want to do. I think we're doing that tomorrow, but they wanted me to take them somewhere. Let's go somewhere where we're not going to hit traffic coming back. I said, well, then let's stay. We'll stay in Livingston. We'll go to the town pool or something. I mean, I don't know what you want me to do there. And how about you, Chuck?
I have work as well. It's a very boring Memorial Day weekend, I must say.
Well, your bank account doesn't think so.
Yeah, that's a very good point. But now 4th of July, that's when the fireworks go off.
Yeah? Why, you already know what you're doing then?
No, I'm just saying it's always, barbecue, hanging out with a bunch of people. I love the 4th of July.
Yeah, I like it too. What day is that on this week? Does anybody know?
Thursday this year.
So that means possibly people could be off on Friday.
Yeah, it's on a Thursday.
Don't you hate it when it's on a Wednesday? and it's like, or a Tuesday, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, I feel like when it's not like a Thursday or a Friday, you end up getting like a 4-day weekend.
Or a Monday. You know, I remember a few years ago when it was on a Monday. So you had, you know, offices were closing on a Friday early, and you had Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, I think they had, or it was a Tuesday. Maybe it was a Tuesday, and they gave you the whole 4 days. So
a lot of people are probably going to be
that will never happen again.
yeah, that I don't remember. Yeah, I don't really remember happening that again. So anyway, all right. Looks like we're coming to the end of this week's show. As always, I hope your team wins. I want to thank Bruce, Izzy, and Charles behind the glass and making it happen. I want to thank our sponsors. I want to thank our callers. And I especially want to thank you, the listeners. You've been listening to Talking Sports on a Saturday evening. I'm John Friedman. Have a great week, everybody.
Advertisers trying to reach potential customers in today's fast-paced, technology-driven world are having a difficult, if not impossible, time figuring out how to do so.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
There are so many options, from the traditional media to the practically limitless digital and social platforms that are available, making it harder than ever for businesses to get their message in front of the right audience. There is a solution, however, and it's called SCG.